Hey, how's it going, everybody? I am finally back. It's been a while since I posted a video. My family came down with the flu, which has been pretty severe here in California. It's killed a lot of people. 3 out of the 5 people in my family got it. They're all almost good to go, fully healthy again. But that's what's taking so long to get another video out. I told you guys I'd be doing my go over my NuCanoe Pursuit for you guys when I get my new items from NuCanoe. And the new items are they're installed. I fished with them yesterday. They're awesome. So I'm going to run through it as quick as I can with you guys and try to show you all the new items that I got. So I'll start in the stern. We'll work our way to the bow. So heading back. Sorry for the camera view, guys. This was the only thing I had. I'm just going to have to hold this camera while I run through things. This is the NuCanoe Black Pack. I bought all these items from the NuCanoe site except for one thing that I'll show you here in a bit. But this is the NuCanoe Black Pack. It comes in the mail, not put together, so you got to put it together. It took me about 10 to 15 minutes. Comes with instructions. It was real simple to put together. All right, here it comes with the 3 rod holders there. That actually puts me up to 9 total rod holders. The NuCanoe Pursuit itself comes with 6, and then the 3 there on their NuCanoe Black Pack gives me now 9. So I can hold 9 rod and reel combos, which is pretty insane if you think about it, and none of them will really be in the way. You've got the option of mounting this on the other side as well, so it'd be in the back here if you wanted those rod holders in the back, or I can just spin this around. Clips in right here. Sorry about the lighting in my garage, guys. It's nighttime and it's bad lighting, but there's the clip right there. That's the female end. Up here is the male end, and that's just hand tightened in right there with the freedom track. So unscrew it, slide it back and forth. So it just clips in right there. Clip it, unclip it. It's got the carrying handles, pick it up, and you can move it, which is nice because that's what I've been doing to move it from my in and out of my truck into my kayak. It's got the little strap here to keep the lid closed. It's got the hinges right back here, so this pops open. Boom, stays like that. You can get in, get out quick. You got, I've been fitting 5, 4 full size tackle boxes and 1 little small tackle box there, so plenty of room to fit what you need. I've had no issues with running out of room yet. So that's the NuCanoe Black Pack. Really like it. For you guys that have been following me, I've been doing the whole milk crate thing, which is, it's doesn't look as clean. It's not as clean, and having this NuCanoe Black Pack makes things a lot better for me. So, one thing I want to show you guys. That's why I had it in the back in the first place, is you put that back there and you still have all this room right here, which I've been putting my anchor, which I won't be soon because I got a new anchor coming, and I'll show you guys that when it gets in. But you could put a small cooler there, you could put a lunchbox there, whatever you need. Tons of extra room here in the stern that the Pursuit has, which is nice. So I'll move forward here. We'll talk about this. These are the Freedom Track foot pegs from NuCanoe. Every time I saw these, I told myself, it's not something that I would need, but after getting them recommended to me from another NuCanoe team member, he said they were a must. They were inexpensive, so I pulled the trigger, and I'll tell you what, they are well worth the money. They're called the track mount foot pegs on the website. I'll link all these items that I got from NuCanoe down below in the description, as well as a couple other items that I'll show you guys here. These foot pegs, I never really noticed how much I use my legs when I paddle when you have the foot pegs. When I didn't have the foot pegs, it was all upper body. I never really, I never struggled with it. That's why I didn't want the foot pegs, and I'm the type of person that stands up and moves around a lot, so I didn't think I would like them being down there by my feet, possibly tripping over them. But fished with it yesterday, walked around a lot. They're not in the way, and I noticed that paddling is a lot easier. You use your legs a lot more than you think when you paddle. Another thing that I never even thought of was that my hook sets while sitting down were better with the foot pegs because I was able to push off with my legs and include that lower body power on my hook sets, which was nice. So that's something you don't even think about. Highly suggest you guys looking into these if you've got a NuCanoe Pursuit. It just makes your life easier, and it's not expensive, so there really wasn't a reason not to get it. Really glad that I purchased it. So we'll move forward. This is the NuCanoe Pursuit slide drawer right here. Let me move this hog trough for you. Show you what I do with that here in a second. Slide drawer. Another awesome thing NuCanoe does, they have it on their Frontiers as well. I've got, a little A-rig sleeve, my terminal tackle box in there. I got swim baits in the back, so plenty of room to fit a bunch of stuff in there. And, I mean, there's just whatever you want to fit in there, you can put in there. You clip off a bait, a lot of guys will just throw it in a cup holder or in the bottom of their kayak. I've been putting it in this drawer, letting it dry out, then putting it back in boxes. Just a bunch of different things you could put in there. It's quick, it's easy, you don't have to reach back behind you, you do it all on the fly. And again, really happy with that purchase. Slides in and out easy, you put it together, instructions again, easy deal. Really happy I got it. Another little, hard to see because of the light, another little string that locks it in. So, good deal there, really happy with that purchase. Moving up, this is the slide drawer mount right here, this piece. This just gives you a bunch of different options to mount and put accessories on there. As you can see, this is where my front GoPro holder goes. I mount it right in there. You can put a Lowrance or your fish finder unit. You can mount right here. Just a bunch of different mounting options for whatever you want. I've got the Yak Attack paddle holder there mounted in, which I've been using. So that is the slide drawer mount. I recommend if you're going to get the slide drawer, I would definitely get the slide drawer mount. I'm very happy with it. Tons of options, whatever you want to do. I've seen guys, mount in cup holders, just any sort of thing you want. There's so many different mounting options. Now this piece right here, this is called the Elite Kit. All this piece right here, this comes separate. Really inexpensive. In my opinion, a must-have, and I'll show you why right here. This is the money maker piece. It's going to move a little bit because I actually don't have it hand tightened in. I'll show you here in a second why. But, sorry about this. Come on. Again, it's moving. I'll show you why in a second. All right. Boom. A hog trough holder. And it's well out of my way. I reach up, I grab it when I need it, and I pull it out, put it back in. In the past, in other kayaks, I've always had a problem trying to figure out where I'm going to put my hog trough. I've made homemade little mounts, but this thing is perfect. It gets it well out of your way, and it's easy to get to when you catch fish and measure it, and then you slide it back, no problem. All right, so I'll show you why this was moving around. This right here, the slide drawer mount, I don't have it hand tightened in. There's the little hand tightening right here that I would do. Quick, spin it. And then you see that hole, boom, it goes, that hole right there goes over top, and then I would just hand tighten it down again. Again, all this stuff can be done on the fly, which is awesome. The reason why I have it undone right now and not mounted in is because I pick this whole thing up right here and I put it in my truck. I don't like to travel with it in the back of my truck. Pick it up, move it, no big deal. When I get to the lake, I have that hand tightening piece, that hand tightening piece, and it's good to go. In and out in less than a minute, and I don't risk anything getting broken in the bed of my truck. Slide drawer mount, Elite Kit, everything in the back of the truck. All right, now we move to this beast right here. This is the Lowrance Elite 7 Ti total scan. So brand new. I am not the electronical guy that I wish I was, unfortunately. So this has been it's going to be a pretty big learning curve for me, but it's here. My buddy Aaron put it in for me. It's all custom done. I'll show you guys how he did it here in a second. And yeah, I've got a lot to learn on this thing, as I learned yesterday. It is not going to be simple. But let's get into how I put this on, or how my buddy Aaron put this on for me. So we came over here and we drilled 4 holes in the top of the slide drawer mount, and then another hole to run this power cable through. It's kind of hard to see. I'm sorry about the lighting. Bad lighting in my garage. Apologize. But if you can see there, so 4 tiny holes to put the screws in, and then 1 bigger hole to run the power cable out, and connects in obviously right there. The wires are actually ran, and they're tucked up snug on the top of the slide drawer here, and they run out the back side. Let me move this hog trough real quick, which of course is going to slide the slide mount, or slide drawer mount. Get that out of the way. So the cables, they run in the back here, right out the back. We drilled a little hole to go into the back of the slide drawer mount, and then they come into my front hatch, which is right here. Got the 2 cables that connect into the battery, which right now is over here. Here's my battery box. I drilled a hole in the top of a little Pelican case. Got red and the black power cables from the battery. Open this up. I went cheap with an EverStart battery. The downside of this is it's 20 pounds, but I'm young, I'm healthy. I don't really mind the extra weight like some guys do. I would rather not spend a ton of money on a battery and just suffer with the weight. Which, I mean, I rode with it yesterday, or I paddled with it yesterday. I don't even notice it. So 20 pounds, it's heavy, but it's cheaper, and I'm poor. So that's what I did. Maybe in the future I'll get a better one, a lighter one, and I'll, get to brag about that in the future. So there's the battery box. Oh. A10A1 Crevice Critter skirmish baits. Best crankbaits around. Little shout out to them. But getting back over, so like I said, battery box goes down in here in the front hatch. Connects into the batteries there. Runs through here. You have this little divot here, which is awesome because I could shut the front hatch like so. Boom. Everything's good to go. It's not in the way. I can still close all the front hatch. Now I'll get into the transducer. So right here, I bought the Ram Total Scan transducer mount off Ram's website. And this was the last option I ever wanted whenever I started to do the research on transducer mounts. I originally wanted one that was going to go through the scuppers and mount on the bottom of the kayak, but with the Total Scan being so big, it wasn't really an option. I've read a lot of negative things about trying to do that on the bottom of kayaks, and it's just such a big transducer. I mean, that thing's a beast, so I wasn't even going to fool around with that. The next option that I had was, going down inside the Pursuit and getting a magnet, which I know a lot of people do. They got the magnet on the inside, and then there's a magnet little mount that goes on the transducer, and it just sticks to the side here up underneath. Again, I thought about it, but with the Total Scan, I wanted this thing to be kind of free and clear and able to do its own thing. And there was good reviews on the Ram mount that I'll put the link in the description below. So the reviews were good on it. I was a little bit worried it might get in the way of my paddling. It does not. The seat's way back there. My paddle does not reach way up there to paddle. That would just be inefficient, and I don't even think my paddle's long enough to get up there and hit it. If I want to go shallow in the Tulies, this just comes up, and I just put it right there. Boom, good to go. It's mounted in with a little Ram ball, which I had to buy separate, but it wasn't a big deal. Just twist. The little Ram ball is in the Freedom Track. Let's see if I can get it off real quick for you guys. I'm going the wrong way. There's the Ram ball I was telling you guys about. And obviously, that was another purchase, a 1.5-inch Ram ball. It's tightened into, again, some more Freedom Tracks that NuCanoe has on that slide drawer mount, which is awesome. more things that you could put on there. But yeah, I got the ram ball there. With the ram mount, it all works fine. The cable to the transducer is zip tied in nice and snug, and then it's coiled up nice and neat up underneath the slide drawer mount, and it's connected with zip ties as well. So it looks all good. It's out of the way. You know, it doesn't interfere with anything that I do. So that's pretty much it for the new items from NuCanoe. I am stoked. I fished with them yesterday. Everything worked great. It's awesome. It's just so much cleaner, smoother, better organized, and hopefully it makes me a better angler, because in the end, that's what it's all about. That's why I bought these items, to make my life easier out on the water. Helps me get more casts out there. Obviously, the Lowrance, I soon will know a lot more than just the depth and the temperature of the water, because that's all I knew yesterday. A lot of studying to do, but all those items from NuCanoe were awesome, and I'm just looking forward to the 2018 season. I know this video was a little long, guys. I'm sorry, but I'm excited. I had a lot of stuff to show you guys, a lot of new additions. 2018 season is coming up. I have another video from yesterday that's coming right after this video, so stay tuned. Remember, give me a thumbs up on this, comment, subscribe, let me know what you guys think.